I honestly think that he used to understand how tariffs work. Okay, let's just call him the Grinch from now on. But you know what? It gets worse than that. It's not just about the Christmas presents you won't be able to buy because his tariffs made them too expensive.
We're going to see government spending go ballistic. It's inflation go nuts. It's going to be just bad on every level. And like fundamentally, if the current trend of strangulation by overregulation is not turned around, we will never get to Mars. It just will be illegal.
All right, in case you didn't figure that out, Mark Cuban, not a fan of Donald Trump. And of course, when you got to Elon Musk, he's not a fan of the present administration. And in the middle of that, we have Don Peebles. I don't know if he's a billionaire. He could be, maybe he is. I know he's a former Obama fundraiser, well connected with the financial community. But essentially, they're arguing two different points. One is going to destroy the economy. The other is going to rejuvenate it. Now, who made the compelling argument, though, when it comes to tariffs? Because the sort of consensus view, the traditional view, is you push them too much and economies tank. So where are you on this one?
Well, first of all, as you know, the advice is only as good as the person giving it. And so Mark's been a successful business person, but he's not Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a transformer, and he has transformed many industries, and so he has a much clearer perspective from a global business perspective. The reality is that he's right. The fact of the matter is that we cannot allow foreign countries to send their businesses, many of them state-owned, to this country and pillage our marketplace, take advantage of it, and outprice our businesses, and at the same hand, put down and put up roadblocks to our companies going into their countries. And so if they want to come here, then they ought to be of a level playing field. Trump's right about this, and we saw the results of it. So, and the fact that, we have, a situation now where, we are losing and have lost a big part of our country's manufacturing.
All right, well, we really haven't seen the results of it technically. You threaten to a point where you get the other side to blink. That's the hope. And I understand what Donald Trump is trying to do with these sweeping 200, 300% tariffs, whatever he's proposing, is that will almost compel the other. All right, we'll make a deal. But if you don't, when you go back in early American history in the last century, what it often leads to is a tit for tat that gets so bad, economies shut down the world over. That brought us a depression. Why isn't that a realistic threat today?
Well, one, I think, first of all, Americans and America's economy, and Americans are the most innovative, they're the most productive, and we're the most hardworking of any country in the world. So we lead the world in innovation. And so there's, frankly, no reason that we can't lead the world in manufacturing our products here. I think that what's happening, one, I think Trump's numbers that he throws out is probably part of his style and also part of negotiating, that he has these numbers at a level that are not achievable in terms of tariffs. But ultimately, a form of tariffs that levels the playing field for American countries and brings these countries to the table to make it so that their environments and their marketplaces are more acceptable and more accessible to American companies is a good thing. And I think if done properly and strategically, also looking at the relationships that we have around the world and working with the countries that we do have a positive, productive relationship with and being strategic about it, I think can have a very positive impact. If you think about the drugs that many Americans take every day and where they're manufactured, it's a national security risk. And it's absurd that we have allowed it to happen to where some drugs were not accessible during COVID,
Would you serve in a Trump administration?
I have so much going on in the business side of the world that it would be very hard for me to leave my company. And also, I'm a CEO. I'm not accustomed to working for anyone. Yeah. Nothing personal to Donald Trump and nothing personal to Kamala Harris. But I am much more focused on running my business. And if I were going to want to serve in the public sector, I'd run for office myself.
Okay, that sounds like a maybe, but we'll see. I'm kidding. Don, always good seeing you. Thank you very much. Don Peebles, on all
Good
of
seeing
that.
you.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.